Sure, it's a pretty shot.
Yeah.
Food giveaway was held today in Alameda, but it wasn't for disaster victims or for the homeless.
KPIX 5's John Ramos reports it was for a group of heroes facing an uncertain future tonight.
The U.S. Coast Guard is the one branch of military service that is not under the Department of Defense. It's part of Homeland Security. And as a result, those who serve in it have become pawns in the chess game being played in Washington, D.C.
They're not getting paid while they're out there, doing patrols and seizing drugs all the time, much less saving lives on the bay. Yet, they didn't get a paycheck Friday, and they don't know when they're going to get a paycheck.
With its Coast Guard base located here, Alameda is the closest thing to a military town in the Bay Area. So after it was announced that coasties would not be paid during the government shutdown, the community stepped up.
There's a lot of moms who come through here with 2 or 3 kids, and they're struggling, and they're having a hard time actually making ends meet.
At places like the local coffee shop, people have been dropping off food and necessities to help the families. A screen printing company opened on Sunday to create T-shirts for a fundraising effort. And this morning, a daycare center was converted into a makeshift food bank with Coast Guardsmen and their families lining up to get what they need to tide them over for a few days.
It's very emotional for a lot of people because you panic a little bit trying to figure out how do you get into the next week, the next month.
Back at the coffee shop, the news has people scratching their heads and wondering how we got to a place where military families have to rely on charity to get a roll of toilet paper.
As a nation, it's absolutely beneath us.
I'm really astounded. Yeah. The richest country in the world acting like a spoiled child. It's embarrassing.
Most service members live paycheck to paycheck, and the help they got today could make it possible to afford insurance or make a car payment. And if there's a silver lining, it may be this. Military families often move from place to place, so it's common to feel like outsiders in their own communities. What Alameda is doing now is making them feel at home at a time when it's desperately needed.
I guess I've been a spouse for 15 years and I've never had this sense of community so much as here in Alameda.
Since no one knows when this game of chicken will end, they're already planning the next food giveaway for Friday at a location nearer to Coast Guard Island. In Alameda, John Ramos, KPIX 5.
Today's food drive was organized by the independent East Bay Coast Guard Spouses Club. And if you would like to donate to the cause, we've posted their email address on KPIX.com.